Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So today's set, I'm using Saviland's acrylic. It's a 10-piece like spring colored acrylic set that I saw on Amazon, and I decided to grab it because right now in my acrylic collections I have like dark tones like fall and stuff, and I wanted some spring shades, and I thought this was super perfect. Very nice. I love the colors. They are 10-gram bottles, and they do have names underneath, which for me is like one of the greatest pieces. I love when products have names. It just gives it a little extra something for me, and they do all come sealed as you see here. Also, underneath the acrylics, it comes with a very detailed instruction manual from start to finish, just showing you how to apply the acrylics. And I always love these when they have so much detail, because if you're a beginner, it really helps. For this video, I did decide to leave out showing the patterns and jump right into the swatches. So the first shade we have is Sky, and it's a really pretty iridescent acrylic with like fine glitters in it. Next up is Violet, and it's a really pretty shade of purple, and it was marbling a little bit, but with a good shake, it should be fine. The next shade is Lotus, and this is such a beautiful soft pink. I absolutely love this shade. The next shade is Cobalt Violet, and this is one of my favorites because it's a purple with a pink shift in it. I absolutely love how the pink shows up on that nail. The next shade is going to be Moon, and it's just a really pretty light blue shade. Next up is Peach, and it's more of a pink shade, but it does have silver fine glitters in it. Anything with glitter definitely gets me. The next one is Royal Light, and this is a blue shade with like iridescent shift to it. Really pretty. Anything with an iridescent shift also gets me. The next one is Ice Snow, and it's a lighter blue shade with a lot of fine silver glitter in it. Super cute. Next up is Dream, and it's a purple with that same silver fine glitter in it. And the last shade is Plum, and it's a super cute pink with those silver fine glitters as well. And this by far, of course, is my favorite because we all know that I absolutely love pink. So jumping right into the set, I already prepped off camera, and today I'm using my McCart Coffin French tips at XXL tips, and I'm using a peel off for this because I don't want them to stay. And I kind of was sad that I used a peel off because these nails came out so freaking cute that I did want to wear them and wasn't able to. So going right in, I'm going to go ahead and start as always with a clear base, because when you're doing colored acrylics, you want to have something on your nail to protect from staining. So I always start in with a bead of clear acrylic, and I'm using Mia Secrets Clear for the base of my nails. I'm not going to show them all because it's really repetitive, but this is just a step I always do when using colored acrylics. So once I get all of the clear onto my nails, I'm now going in on my index, and I'm going to be attempting a 3-way ombre. So I've done ombres with acrylic, just like 2 colors, and I decided I wanted to try something different because like with polygel, I love doing ombres. I've done plenty of like 3 and 4 way ombres, but with acrylic I've really not tried that. Another thing I haven't really tried with acrylic is like any kind of French. Just a little nervous, being that I'm so new to acrylic. But I basically start with Plum at the free edge to start off the ombre, and I'm just putting extra beads where I see and trying to actually get that positioned onto the tip of the nail. So anyone that does acrylic, I have a question. When I'm doing it, I notice there's a lot of acrylic on my brush. I do always wipe and try to dip back in my monomer to go back in and kind of fix anything or smooth anything out. But I seem to always have the acrylic there. And when I watch a lot of acrylic videos, they don't have the extra acrylic on their brush. So as a beginner, I'm just trying to see what it is I may be doing wrong as far as why there's always extra product on my brush. The brush I'm using today is the Pana brush off of Amazon. It's a size 10, and this brush is absolutely amazing. I've been practicing with it, and I must say I do like this the best out of all of the brushes that I own. The monomer I'm using today is the Kupa Odorless monomer, and guys, this monomer is absolutely amazing. It works wonderfully, and there is no harsh smell to the monomer at all. So if you're someone that's staying away from acrylics because of the smell of monomer, I do suggest trying Kupa Odorless. Only thing about Odorless monomer is that it does actually set a little slower, and you can just add acetone to speed that up. So the second shade I went in with was the Moon shade, just the light blue. And I'm starting with the second portion of the ombre. I felt like my first bead was okay, and I felt like I kind of messed up once I added the second bead, but I kind of wanted to get a pretty flawless ombre. Ombres are something I still need to work on with as well with acrylic, especially if I'm doing more than 2 colors. But I'm going to let you go ahead and finish watching me set this bead. So for the third shade on this nail, I'm going in with Cobalt Violet, which is that really pretty purple with the pink shift. And I felt like it would go really well with the set, which is why I used it. But I'm just taking a bead and I'm going to kind of try to blend that into the Moon shade. And I start like right on the existing color to kind of fade that down, because for me in a previous video when I did do an ombre, it came out pretty well doing it that way. I don't really recall how it's normally done. Like I say, I always try to find my own techniques and things that work for me. I do watch a lot of videos, and I do take things from the videos I watch, but for the most part, I try to see what actually will work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and let you finish watching me create the third part of my ombre on this nail. So next I'm taking a bead of the Clear Mio Secret Acrylic, and I'm just placing a very thin small layer over the nails, and I'm going to leave that wet because I'll be placing some butterfly sequins all over this nail. So this nail set was really random. It was a total freestyle. I had the acrylics for a few days, and I initially wanted to do a mermaid set with them because the colors definitely give off mermaid vibes. But the weekend got away from me. We did a lot, and I really didn't have the time to do exactly what I wanted to do for my mermaid set, but that will be coming soon. So I literally sat down at my desk and freestyled. So as I was doing the nails, I just was doing anything, just putting stuff together. And so I hope you like the set because it was just really, really random. And if you're watching thus far and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future sets. Also hit the notification bell so you're aware of when I do post a video. And also leave a like before leaving the video because it does actually help me out quite a bit. So on my middle finger, I'm taking Plum, and I'm going to use this color for a full nail. Normally I do start like where the nail tip and the natural nail meets. But like I said, lately I've been trying to get a technique that kind of works for me. So I started by the free edge, and I'm just placing that right there on the tip. And I'm going to add in a few more beads. I don't really have a method on this one, although the last video I said I would. Like I said, this was a very rush set. It was very last minute. And I do like to have time to kind of do my sets. That way I don't feel rushed. But yeah, it was a really rushed set. So yeah. This is the portion in my video, as always, that I would love to take to thank and show my appreciation to anyone that has taken their time to watch any one of my videos. It is greatly appreciated, and watching my videos to the end helps me out quite a bit. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family, and I thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It means so much to me that you would take your time out to actually hit the subscribe button and just go along with me on my journey. To anyone that has been subscribed, I love you all so dearly. The love that I'm shown is very overwhelming at times, because I feel like I do okay as a beginner, but there's a lot of people that really encourage me, and I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So for my ring finger, I'm doing a full nail of the Cobalt Violet, and I absolutely loved this nail because this acrylic is just so pretty. It's like purple, and then you see that pink shift in it, and it's just like, it went so perfect with the plum shade I felt. But this is a color that I definitely do not have in my collection, and I just overly enjoyed using this acrylic. Saviland's acrylics are very beginner friendly. I have a lot of them. That's kind of where I started, between them and Model 1s. So if you're a beginner, I highly recommend their acrylics. They are very, very beginner friendly. And I do love the consistency of them as well. I haven't tried very many acrylics. I mean, I do want to branch out and get different brands. But, you know, I'm an Amazon girl all the way. Like, I'm super impatient when it comes to waiting for things. So there's like hauls I see from like AliExpress and Shein and things like that, and I want these items so bad. But I'm like just really impatient when I spend my money. I kind of want my stuff immediately. And I know that's silly, but that's just how I am, especially with AliExpress. When I hear it takes like months sometimes, I'm like, I don't think I can wait months for something that I'm anticipating, need, or want, you know, like, I don't know. I will do one eventually and just have to chalk it up and wait. But I'm an Amazon girl all the way. I've been having Prime since the beginning of Amazon, and my items come sometimes the same day, next day, no more than 2 days. And that's just what I'm accustomed to. So a lot of items I get, I can find them cheaper elsewhere, but I do kind of stick with Amazon because that's just what I'm used to. But I'm going to go ahead and let you finish watching me do my ring figure. So I did my pinky and my thumb off camera. The pinky was just an ombre, just like the index, with the glitters all into the acrylic. And now I'm going in and I'm going to encapsulate. So I'm basically taking my Mia Secrets clear acrylic and encapsulating the butterflies on my my index and pinky. But I do also encapsulate the other nails as well, because with colored acrylic you can build it up. But it's essentially not for that. It's really just for the color. So you would just go in with a thin layer of the the colored acrylic, and then you want to build up your nail with the clear. So that's what I'm doing here. Oh, also with the thumb, I used a full shade of the plum on the thumb as well. And I'm gonna let you go ahead and watch me do I believe I left a nail or two in of the encapsulation because it's super repetitive. So I didn't want to make the video super long or bore anyone. So I actually just left a nail in, but like I said, it was really repetitive, so I didn't want to keep all of them in. If it's something you like, though, you can comment down below and let me know. I'm not sure how long my video is right now as I'm doing this voiceover, because while I'm doing my voiceover, I do it, and then like after I stop talking, I do speed up things a little bit, so the time does change from when I originally cut out everything. But I'm here on my middle finger, and guys, it was a design I wanted to try on my middle finger, a butterfly design I saw on Instagram, and it was a total flop. Like, I tried that design like 4 or 5 times, and it just wasn't working out, so I opted to do it in a different fashion. I'm gonna try that butterfly design again in a future video. When I have a little more time to kind of play with the design. It was super simple, but it just wasn't coming out right. So I'm taking this purple gel polish that I have from a Mermaid Flair kit, and those gel polishes I felt went super perfect with these acrylics. So I'm using that, and I'm just making like my butterfly wings because I'm going to make a butterfly on this. Once I get those set, I do a flash cure for about 10 seconds and then go in with the next portion of this design. Then I'm going in with a blue shade from that same gel polish set and just filling in the inside of the wings. If you're noticing on my middle finger, when I file shaped and buffed, actually no, it came from when I was trying to do the first design and I didn't like it. So I filed it back off, but I filed down a little bit too much and made a nip at the bottom of the nail. I do fix that though. That's the beauty about nails. Sometimes you might do things overdo some things, but it's always a way to fix everything. So I'm just filling in, and once I get everything filled in, I do cure in my lamp. We'll flash cure for about 10 seconds. So then I'm going to go over everything with a layer of top coat and cure for 30 seconds. So for the body of the butterfly, I decided to use rhinestones to make the body. So I'm just going right down the center of my butterfly wings and making the body to my butterfly, and then I'll cure for 30 seconds. So if you see initially down at the bottom of this nail, I tried to put like a pink gel polish over it, and that wasn't working. So I did actually come up with something that turned out pretty good. So as you see, I actually just went in with that same purple that I used to outline the wings on my butterfly and just made a line right across the bottom, and I thought it came out pretty cute. It tied everything in together, and it also just disguised and hid my mistake that I made. After I got this line set, I again cured in the lamp for 30 seconds. Then I'm taking the same purple shade and I'm going to make my ears for my butterfly. Again, I apologize. Like I said, it was a rush set. So the butterfly wing on the left, I could have actually used a cleanup brush and cleaned that line up a little more. But I had somewhere to go, and I definitely needed this video out for Tuesday, and I did it yesterday, doing my voiceover today the same day. It's just really rushed. But then I decided I wanted to go in, and I'm using a white gel liner, but I'm using my dining tool to just place some dots there. With my nail art brush very dry, I'm going to go ahead and pull that out to make some 4-point stars on this nail. I've fallen in love with 4-point stars, and I just think it adds an extra special touch to most designs. So I'll be making 4-point stars on this nail. So on my ring finger, I'm going to go ahead and top coat it and then cure for 30 seconds. And I'm just going to place some rhinestones into, well, actually, I'm not going to cure it. I'm going to leave it wet because the nails are coming right back off. So with it wet, I'm placing in these butterfly rhinestones that I have. And I believe these came from a Macart decor kit or a polygel kit that I got back in the past, but I've had them for a while, so I don't remember. But if I can find something similar, I will definitely link it down below. And in between those butterflies, I'm just placing some random AB stones all over the nail. And I'm also going to repeat the same thing on my thumb as well. Once I get everything set, I do cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. Then on my index, I do go ahead and top coat, and now I'm going to place some AB rhinestones right at the cuticle, and I repeat the same thing on my pinky as well and cure for 30 seconds. Lastly, I'm adding some of my Madame Glam Elixir cuticle oil and just moisturizing my cuticles. And here's my finished set. I absolutely amazed myself with this one. I've done plenty of freestyles before, but a lot of times I do like to go into my nail sets at least with a theme, like knowing what I want to use. And for this one, I totally sat down and just started grabbing products, and I absolutely love how these nails turned out. The color choices were amazing as well. If you're still here with me, please comment down below and let me know what you think of my nail set. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. It would mean a lot to me if you would join the Nail Addict family. The more, the merrier. I appreciate you for watching with me today, and I'll see you all in my next video. And again, much love to you all.